Hey guys, Gigi here, and welcome back to another amazing Java tutorial. And in this tutorial, we're going to be learning about GUIs. Now, you may be asking yourself, what's a GUI? Well, what a GUI is an acronym that stands for Graphical User Interface. Seems complex, but if we go ahead and we open a program, okay, we can see that this here is a GUI. It's not ran from any typical command line. This is a fully working graphical user interface. So we can move it, we have buttons that do things, we have the works. So what happens is we have to break it down, and so I'm going to try and break this down for you guys. So let's go ahead and get started. The first term that comes to mind when GUIs is the J-frame, because every component really needs a J-frame. Well, if you're doing a simple project, that is. And so this outline here is the J-frame. We can resize it, and it works really well. So this outside line here is the frame. Now from here to here, we like to imagine it as a content, but in this demonstration, these two, I'm not sure about this might be a panel, but as for these two, these are J menu bars, or just menu bars, and they're kind of like, your typical, you see them everywhere, very typical, but the thing is that they don't fully work as a panel, and that may be a bit confusing, but I'm going to proceed on, and when we get to that, it should come very clear what I was saying. So I'm not sure about how this part is programmed. This might be a J menu or a J panel, or because it's in a different language, they may have something for alternate panels, and to switch through panels like that. Oh, my English today is horrible. Okay, so if we take a look at this right here is our panel, and you can see that they added a nice little border for us around this, which makes it really nice to see the panel. And what the panel is that it's anything to do with content. It is the interior piece. So if I were to open up this, as you can see, from here to here would be our panel, this would be our menu bar, and this would be a really big frame. Now that we got that, so that's basically how a frame works, and we're going to be building one in this tutorial. So to do this, we're going to need to import a few things. I'm going to go ahead and import javax.swing. Well, I'm not going to import everything. Like, you could type them all out, but I'm lazy, so I'm just going to use this asterisk here, and it's going to import everything from that library. Okay, so let's go ahead and create our frame. So to do this, we go JFrame, give it a name. I'm going to call mine frame. You could call yours F for short, frame for short, something. So I'm going to, oh, I should probably mention this. Anything that goes here, you don't have to, but this is where the title goes. So if we wanted to set the title, we don't have to, but why not? So I'm going to say random GUI. Yeah, sure, why not? And okay. Another thing we're going to create is a J label. And what a label is sounds pretty self-explanatory. It's simply hold on, can't type and explain at the same time apparently. So I'm just gonna hurry and type this out. Perfect. Okay. So what a label is it's simply text that is displayed in a certain way, and so it's just text. It's hard to explain, but it's like if you were to take some plastic, like a little a sticky note that was transparent, and you were to write on it and you were to stick it on somewhere, that's basically like a label. You're just labeling what it is. So now this may look good right here, but actually Java requires us to do a few things before we can actually do anything. And the first one is we need to set our default close operation. And what this is what happens when they hit the close button. And so I don't mean like it's going to automatically create a separate exit button, but this big red button here. What happens when they close it? When we hit it here, it obviously closes the program, and that's what we want it to do. There's alternatives, but why this isn't default in Java, I don't know. Can't explain that to you. Another thing we need to do is set the size. So I'm going to go ahead and set 400 by 400. And the last thing we need to do is set visible and set that to true. So what these oh, I spelled that wrong. Okay, so this will tell the frame that it needs to exit, otherwise we're going to have a program that never closes, which isn't as great as it sounds. We're going to set the size, and so it's going to set how the width and height, this being the width and this being the height. And then we're going to make it visible because it's invisible by default. And you may be saying, what's the point of that? Well, there is a point to it, and especially in other operating systems, you'll notice it more, like Linux. What happens when you say set visible is when the actual GUI begins. So if I were to have the set size down here, or if I were to keep editing the frame underneath without altering the visibility after, it tends to give you unexpected results, and that's why we typically set the visibility of the frame after we're done everything. Alright, and now I'm going to go ahead, and what we need to do is, if you remember before, I said this was a panel, this interior part. And so basically everything from here to here. But if we don't have a panel, we can add it directly to the frame and it will add it into the interior part. It's just that we have less capabilities and options what we can do with it. That's all. So let's go ahead and do frame.add, and this will add it right to the frame. And what are we adding? We're adding the label. Simple enough. And so let's go ahead and give this a run. And as it says, random GUI, hey guys, I'm a label. Now, personally, it bugs me that it's all the way to the left. That's default. So I'm gonna go ahead and center it. And to do this, what we need to do is go to the label, and after this, we just need one more, give it one more argument, and it's swing constants. So it's constants. Need to make sure I'm spelling that right. And we're going to grab something from this class and simply center. And so the Java has gone ahead and already added the capability of allowing us to center it so simply. And so if we go ahead and give it a run, hey guys, I'm a label. Very nice, very nice. $1 million project done. Look at that GUI, it was beautiful. Alright guys, if you found this video useful, go ahead and give it a like. I hope you did find it useful, but if you have any problems or questions, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below. This was Juju, and I hope to see you in the next tutorial.